make it priority to stay in contact with your mum and, treat her in the best ways possible?
My mum is, and I say this all the time, you can't gold dig on me. There's no woman in the world who can get anything she wants out of me by just asking me for money or whatever. My mum doesn't want all the stuff I have. Can you book me a flight? I book private jets anyway. Oh, Tristan, you shouldn't waste all that money. I spoil my mum. And that's a very good feeling. They say money doesn't buy happiness. Yes, it does. People say, oh, I'd rather cry in a Lamborghini. No. Maybe the cars don't buy you happy. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. They make me pretty happy. My mom had a heart attack in December, quite famously. Everyone heard that story, She's in Harley Street Medical Center at the best doctors in the best hospital. And you're like, thank God I can do that. Money does buy happiness. My mom's she's doing well now. And hopefully she'll be doing well for a very long time. I spoil her. I really do. And she deserves it. She was poor every day of her life until she was 55. She never had any money, never had a nice bag, a first-class flight, nothing until she was 55 when I made money. So good. I hope she lives forever, but for every single day that she's around, I'm going to spoil her.
That's the way it should be. That's what everyone should do.
She deserves it.
100%. They didn't let you out of house arrest, Romania arrest.
Nope.
To go and see your mum.
One of the people, when I said a few evil people are doing this, one of them wrote a report and told the judge that I was lying about my mother's heart attack. And the judge said, okay, well, prosecutor says he was lying, so we can't let him go because he might just be trying to escape. No. Zero evidence and some bullshit accusation. I'm not trying to escape this. I want a trial. Yeah. How long has this been going on? I'm waiting for the day. But yeah, to not let me go see my mom, again, there are some truly evil people in this world. With all the right medical reports, I believe any judge in his right mind would have said, let this man go to England. That judge, I hold no ill will against him because he was acting on the information of these evil people who betrayed their country, who have made their country look like some backwards nation that sets up rich people because of their greedy actions. The judge acted on that information and said, no, I'm not allowed to go. So that's down to him. And I told you, there are some very evil people in this world. And that's fine because evil people, God is the ultimate arbiter of justice. I'm not looking for revenge on people. I'm not looking to punish people. The only revenge that I get on people comes through my success. Everyone who tries to hurt me has to watch me rise further and further and closer to the top for the rest of their life while they live and die in obscurity. That's my revenge. But I believe that God is the ultimate arbiter of justice. And the people who act with truly evil intentions in this world will be punished.
Riz, question? So, subscriber, live viewer just asked basically how your dad's always had a massive influence on your life. What's the influence your mother's had in your life?
Just as important. And my mother was not an international master of chess. She isn't. But irregardless of how poor I was, irregardless of, me and my family, my mother, my brother, my sister, and my mom lived at a homeless shelter for 2 years in Luton, while on the council house waiting list, essentially. Not a single time in my life did it really hit me how poor I was until I was older. Now I look back, I'm thinking, damn, I was poor. But it didn't ever hit me that hard because I was never hungry. I had 3 square meals a day. I always had clothes to wear. Didn't matter if they were my brother's first, but I had clothes, on my back, shoes on my feet. If something ripped or was broken, my school trousers, she'd know how to repair them. She was an extremely good mother. No matter how much money we had, I was always fed, I was always clothed. She always had time to take us to even karate lessons when we were very young. So if you think going to karate lessons on a Sunday at some school hall, my mother insisted we get up, insisted she take us, what kind of impact did that have to my brother becoming a world champion kickboxer, me becoming a European champion kickboxer? Probably an extremely important one. So yeah, my mother's influence was just as important as my father. And I think every parent needs, I'm going to say something controversial here, needs a man and a woman in their life to teach them very different things. I'm not against gay adoptions. I'm not against gay adoption for the reason some people are. Some people will say things which I don't necessarily subscribe to and say, oh, well, gays are going to do something bad to the kid. I don't buy into that. That's not why I'm against gay adoption. I'm against gay adoption and lesbian adoption for one reason and one reason only. And you can shoot me and call me a bigot if you like. But I believe that every young man needs a father in his life to teach him how to be a man, and he needs a mother in his life to teach him how to respect a woman and what a good woman is. And I believe every little girl in the world needs a mother to teach her how to be a woman and a father to teach her the expectations of how a man should respect her and how a man should treat her. I believe every single child needs the female and the male influence. And I don't believe a single mother or a single father or 2 fathers or 2 mothers or 10 fathers and 10 mothers could ever do that. I think every child needs a father and a mother, and my mother's influence in my life was extremely important.
Ali, question?
Hit me.
From social media, it seems like you and Andrew are very locked in to social trends and pop culture, if you like. How important is it to you guys?
I don't try to stay up to date with pop culture. And this is the scary thing. When I comment on the things that go on in the world, I'll give you an example. So now, if you're watching this podcast in years to come, this is a couple days after the Super Bowl happened. Didn't watch it. Don't care and don't know who Iced Spice is. Don't know, don't care. But there's a clip of her going viral on Twitter of when the jumbo screen shows her and she starts making little satanic hand motions. And what's scary is this. I don't want to know who that is. I don't want to know any of this. In some way and in some form, this content is being pushed down my throat. And it's being pushed into my face. Who else's face is it being pushed into? The kids, the teenagers, the young people who should be concentrating on better things. They're all going to be at school being like, hey, did you see Iced Spice's satanic hand symbols? Who the fuck cares? Not me. The fact that I'm even talking about this means I've been forced to know this somehow. Didn't watch the Super Bowl, don't care, not interested in who this person is.
But they're trying to influence the other generation.
Exactly. If I'm influenced, we're all influenced to one point or another. Because I'd rather sit there and read a book or play cards with my brother than ingest any of this crap. And I know all about it anyway. So I don't try to keep up to date with pop culture. And I comment on it because I understand that everyone else knows this happened and everyone else knows this is a thing because me, who tries to stay as distant as possible, knows it happened. So it's my duty to bring it up in the emergency meetings, in the cigar nights, in the podcasts I do, speaking to people like yourself, and let people know to just, you've seen it, you know what happened. Don't talk about it at school. Talk about something important. Talk about how you're going to make money. Don't let it poison your mind. And that's how I stay up to date. I try to avoid it. Can't help it.